Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Study Classes, and in this video we are going to cover our left topics of regarding function. Let's start with the return function. So what's basically return functions do? So it basically return the some statement. It used for returning statement, like we have that how to use return statement. So here we are going to do this with the help of a code. Like here we are defining our function, like function is my function and with argument x, and here I am using return function. Return keyword is basically a function, and it will return what it will return. It will return 8 into x, means that value of x will get multiplied by 8, and it will return that value. And now whenever we define a function, we must have to call that function, and for that we are going to print my function, which is the name of the function, and here we are going to pass the value of x. Alright, so you can pass any of the value that you want to print. So here I am printing 2, and it will get multiplied with 8, and the output is 16. So I hope that function is clear to you, that how return function works. So that's all about the return function. And also I will mention here that the my function def keyword is used for defining the function. So this is basically the function definition, and the print function, in the print function I am calling the function. Alright, so that's the we have already done that how to call the function and how to define the function in the previous class. Alright, so now we are going to move to our next function, which is the pass function, and you can say that pass statement. So why we use pass? So let's define the pass. Firstly, we simply how to use the pass statement. Let's simply define the function and then we use the pass. Basically, if we don't want to put the function definition any of the function in between the function definition. Alright, if you want to that be empty for some reasons, so then you can use the pass function, and it will help to avoid the error. Alright, because in the function definition there must be some statements, or there must be the part of some statement must be included in the function definition. So whenever you don't have any enough stuff, you can then pass the function. Okay, so now let's move to our next function, which is the recursion. Recursion means defining a function or function call itself. Okay, means to call the function itself is the recursion. So let's see that how it works. So firstly, we have defined the recursion function with rec underscore function, and here if x is equals to 1, means if we have the value of x is 1, then it will return x, which is 1. Alright, and in the else statement it will return x into the function recursion underscore function and n minus 1. Sorry, here I am going to mistake. It will be x minus 1. And also, if we define the function for the printing, we also need to call that function. So here we are going to print rec underscore function, which is the name of function, and some value that we need to print with, but it will cause an error because of here I will now it's absolutely right. Yes, now I will pass the parameter 5 as a parameter, and it will give the function give the result is 120 by using the recursion function. So recursion function basically calls itself. So now let's move to our next function, which is the lambda function. So lambda function is basically an anonymous function, and the function can take any number of arguments but can't have only one expression. So let's firstly let us see the syntax of lambda function. So lambda function syntax is very simple. Like So you firstly need to place the lambda as a keyword. So you need to write lambda, and then you have to pass the arguments and then the expression that what you want to apply on that arguments. So this is just simple the expression or syntax of the lambda function. So let's discuss the lambda function with an example. Like here we are defining x is equals to lambda a, where lambda is an argument or you can say function and a is the argument and a plus 10 is the expression, and the value of a will get added by 10. So here we have 2 and 2 plus 10 which is 12. So we can use any of the expression, and here we are adding, we can use any expression like we can multiply, we can use addition, we can use multiplication, subtraction, whatever you want to do. So here I am defining two arguments a and b, and the expression is a and b into b. So that is a multiplication between two arguments, and here we have to pass two arguments or parameters in the print statement. So 2 into 3 will get 6. Alright, so whenever we will add this in place, we will use sum in place of the multiplication. So that result will be 2 plus 3 which is 5 plus 3, and it will result as 5. So that's all about the lambda function, that how lambda function is used. Basically it's a small and anonymous function, so it can take any number of arguments but can have only one expression. Alright, so that's all for the today. Thank you.